Jerusalem Blog 1.
How has the practical lesson impacted on the progress and development of the performance as a whole and your individual performance of character?
Today we got put in our groups that our tutor gave us. We read through the script as like a whole class and talked about, in our groups we talked about the scenes that we would like to keep in. Individually, while sat in the groups, we started to look at parts that we wanted to, the characters that we wanted to be, and we each decided on who we wanted to be.
Describe the games and exercises used to warm up and why they were used.
We looked at setting objectives as a character and actor, and also how that can help the play to tell the story.
Which explorative strategies did you use, and did they help to develop your role?
We used naturalistic scenarios that were given by the rest of the group. So in our two separate groups, our group would go first and a scenario would be given by the other group, and then we'd switch over and do the same thing.
Describe the scenes you rehearsed. Describe the skills you used.
We didn't rehearse any scenes today, as we just discussed what scenes we want to keep and how we're casting it.
What ideas did you have?
I personally didn't have any ideas. I was listening to the people around me. Tyler suggested certain scenes we should cut out, also dialogue that we should cut out. He also suggested minimal prop, as it wouldn't be natural, it would be too much and may confuse the audience.
How did you take risks and experiment today?
I took risks choosing the character Tanya, as she's not really like me. She's very loud and outgoing, whereas I'm not.
How did you develop ideas as a group? Who took the lead? And were there any of the ideas your own? How did you contribute to the development of the piece? And describe what you tried out in rehearsals.
Cara took the lead. She helped people choose characters. Tyler and Cara also helped cut down the scenes. We each said like our own little bit, but they mostly cut down the scenes and took lead. We worked as a group discussing ideas as what we thought was relevant.
What drama elements were developed?
It's only our first lesson, so we discussed naturalism while reading the script, saying that having too many props could be mistaken as realism. Other than the script and naturalism, we didn't talk about any other techniques.
Describe the final products of the rehearsal, step by step. What did you do and what did you see?
First we sorted into our groups, then we sorted out characters. We discussed each character and how, what their personalities are. Then started on sorting different parts of the scripts we wanted to keep and others that we felt were not so important.
Evaluation of the lesson. How did you rehearse in a safe way today?
We haven't started rehearsing, but I think it is quite a safe environment, as all the props we didn't have any props out yet, we were just discussing them, so we were just sat in a circle talking about it.
Your own strengths and weaknesses need to be described here. Be specific about the skills you used.
For strengths, I think focus is one, because I listened to what other people were saying and I didn't get distracted by the other group or what was on my phone or anything like that. Organisation is probably one, because we had our scripts in front of us and we all organised it so that we had the pages in the right order. Listening, so I was paying attention to what the other people were saying and contributing myself. Weaknesses, I think energy could have been higher. Making decisions because when we went round the group and said, what do you think, I didn't really know what to say. And also contributing more ideas, as I didn't do that very much.
What from today are you going to keep for the performances?
We're keeping all the characters that we've chosen. We'll keep the changes that we've made in the scripts. We may need to cut some more out depending on the length of how much we've got already.
What needs to be changed or rejected from the ideas and why?
Nothing as of yet, as I don't think we've done enough rehearsings. We just sat and talked about it for the first lesson.
Do you need to do any further research to help understand and develop your character?
I think I need to look at my character's lines, as I'm unsure at how she says things. As I said, she's quite outgoing, so I don't know how she would say things. I could do this by saying it in different ways and seeing which one fits best. Also, Tanya smokes, so I'd have to look at how someone holds a cigarette.
What needs to be improved for next week? 3 targets for yourself and further 3 for the group.
For myself, I think my energy needs to be higher. I need to write down ideas so I don't forget, as I didn't do that this lesson. And also my character, I need to start working on that. For the group, line learning, we need to start learning our lines. I think we've only got 5 weeks to do this in. Focus, as some people did lose a little bit of focus and was a bit distracted. And also timekeeping.